It's very unfortunate today that when you listen around and you hear what people are saying, is that we are living in a microwave generation. People who do not want things taking time for them to come in their lives. They want things instantly. They want fast food. They want pesa-pap. They want all these things that come instantly. I heard another guy saying we just want one night stands and that's it. And there's one thing that usually comes with these things that just come instantly, because they do not last long. And the only thing they do, even when you get yourself into a fast food and you partake, the only thing that happens is that it is eliminated and it does not last. And being in that time whereby people are looking for things to happen instantly in their lives, what are we supposed to do? I was just watching YouTube the other day and I realized ever since I started doing these solo shows, not that the others don't actually go ahead and support me, they do. It is 1 year ever since I started doing these shows alone. And there's one thing that usually happens after 1 year. And I will let you see whatever happens in the Bible, because it comes with a cost. It comes with time. It comes with preparation. And that is exactly what we are going to look at immediately after the introduction. When there was a huge famine in the land of Israel, and Elisha the prophet was the one who was in charge, the king was so angry with Elisha, and he decided, today I will cut off Elisha's head and feed it to the birds of the air. And when Elisha knew that, he sent to the king and he told him, why are you worried about these things? By a time like this tomorrow. And he gave him the prices of how the food would be sold at that time. But there was this one watchman who said, even if God was to open the windows and the doors of heaven, can such a thing happen? And I tell you the truth, it happened. And this man died according to the word of Elisha. And there's one thing that I want you to know, that the things that come in your life instantly, sometimes they're not for your profit. When somebody gives you some money that you have not planned for, you just misuse it. You just buy things that are not actually the things that you needed in the first place. Why? Because you didn't work for this money, it just came instantly. What happens and what do you see when we see people getting money instantly, selling their pieces of land, and they have a lot of money that they had not planned for? Instead of that money becoming a blessing to them, it actually becomes like a curse, because they spend it the way they want and it just gets lost, all of it. And this is the word of God, and is reminding us that good things take time. And this might be a curse word in the generation that we are living in today, that good things take time. People want to get into relationships instantly and just enjoy life ever after. But you need to build trust with the things that and with the people that are surrounding you. And if you read in the book of 2 Kings chapter 4, I'll read only one verse, verse 16, it says, then he said, about this time next year you shall embrace a son. And she said, no, my lord, man of God, do not lie to your maidservant. This is the same Elisha I just talked about a few minutes ago. He comes and he promises this woman that by a time like this next year, you will hold a son. And when I'm looking at these things, I get to know that good things take time. Good things need to be developed on the obscurity, when no one is looking, when no one is seeing you. And when Elisha promised this woman that she will hold a son by a time like that next year, the woman didn't believe it. If it was today, people want to get married, get babies, acquire money, and live ever after without working. But that does not happen. Why? Because good things take time. And I tell you the truth, right now you're enjoying the Faith Crusaders, and it is amazing, and I enjoy it too. But before we got here, remember, This month we are celebrating 1 year ever since I started doing solo shows. But even before that, we had some colleagues of mine who we were doing this with. Because good things take time, that is why you're still enjoying even today. Good things need to be cultivated. We have been working hard, making sure that these shows reach out to you in good time. And we thank the Lord because He has made it all possible. When good things comes in your life, you are blessed. I am blessed. Ever since I started doing these shows, I can tell you I've seen God opening doors in ways that I couldn't experience and in ways I couldn't tell. And that is why I'm encouraging you. Be patient and wait for the good things to arrive in your life. And I met with this friend of mine and he told me, William, we are actually looking forward to support you, but we need means of how we are going to support you. And for all those who have been asking that, because you're many, this here down is what we are going to use to support this vision that God has given unto us. You and so many, when we come together, we'll be in a position to make sure that we reach out to the whole world. You know what I'm looking forward for? I'm looking forward for a TFC TV station. And yes, I am saying this with only one camera, but I know that we serve a God who is and who can never be limited by the things we see with our own eyes. A person was asking me the other day, and I would like to pose the same question to you. If God was to answer your prayers today, everything that you've been praying for, who could we see you become? Who could put your name there? Who could so and so become? If God was to answer my prayers today, I'd actually be right now having so many big screens behind me, doing a TFC TV station, reaching out to as many as I can so that we can share this gospel together and we can reach out to as many as we can, because with God, nothing is impossible. If you'd have told me this last year as we began that by a time like this next year, you will have impacted people's lives, you will have made people's lives better, you'll have challenged people's lives, I'd be like Sarah, who actually, even in the book of Genesis chapter 18, if you read when Abraham was asked, where is your wife Sarah? Because by a time like this next year, he will have a son. She laughed. If you'd have asked me, if you have told me that come next year, 1 year later, that I will still be here proclaiming the gospel and speaking the things that impact people's lives, I would have said, I would have laughed. But God knew, and He has a good reason and a purpose. And I tell you the truth, if you become part of this mission, if you become part of this program, if you become part of this TFC, by a time like this next year, you'll also be having a song that as we are having a song of what God has done in and through our lives, I tell you the truth, you'll also have a song, because great things will happen in your life. I know, and I am very sure that God is not a liar. He's not going to promise something He cannot deliver. This is the Faith Crusaders, where we are all about revealing Christ-like attitudes of awakening. God bless you, and be patient as you wait for your blessing. See you in our next show.